From CBS News Bay Area, this is the Afternoon Edition.
Good afternoon, I'm Elizabeth Cook. Well, many of you across the Bay are feeling the heat for the second day in a row. Taking a live look across the Bay Area right now, that heat advisory is in effect for the entire region with temperatures in the upper 80s and 90s. Let's get right to First Alert weather now with meteorologist Jessica Birch.
It's a First Alert weather day in the Bay Area with a heat advisory in effect until 11 o'clock tonight. It doesn't take much to feel this heat. Just walk out your front door. You're going to notice we are well above average all throughout the Bay Area, and we're actually breaking records today when it comes to some of the heat up in the North Bay and all the way down into the Santa Clara Valley. So the National Weather Service has issued a heat advisory until 11 tonight for all the highlighted zones and counties on this map. This means take good care of yourself and your loved ones too. Hydrate throughout the day, wear light clothing this afternoon, and limit your time outside if possible. And don't head to the coast. Here's the reason why. There's also a high surf advisory until 7 p.m. tonight. We're seeing really big swells, rip currents, sneaker waves, everything across the board. So today is not the day that you're going to want to head out to the coast. I hate saying that because it is such a great day otherwise to go out there and enjoy some sunshine though. So I'm going to show you what's happening right around the corner for us today. Daytime highs this afternoon sitting in the 80s into San Francisco. We're talking about 90s anywhere from Vallejo all the way up into Santa Rosa. It is a hot day for us today. 96 in Concord, 97 in Fremont. We're hitting the upper 90s into the Santa Clara Valley with triple digits all the way down into Morgan Hill.
Well, many of you probably received multiple earthquake alerts over the past 24 hours. There was one yesterday for an actual earthquake, one overnight that was sent by accident, and then the official drill this morning at 10:19 a.m. Well, today is Great Shakeout Day, an annual statewide drill to prepare us for the next big one. Our Sean Chitness has more on what to keep in mind when you think about being earthquake ready.
After a week of traveling across the state to promote the Great Shakeout, it's time for everyone to drop, cover, and hold on. And for good reason.
No matter where you live in the Bay Area, you are not far from a fault line.
Belle Filibosian is a research geologist with the USGS Earthquake Science Center at Moffett Field. She grew up in Southern California and has experienced a lot of earthquakes. Her work hopes to help people be fascinated by this shaking of the ground, not frightened.
If you have thought in advance about what you would do in the event of an earthquake, particularly in spaces where you spend a lot of time, such as at home, at work, in the car, in bed, you'll be more prepared to take rapid action when an earthquake does occur.
Just this week, a reminder of how sudden and unexpected earthquakes can be in areas we may not be looking.
So anywhere that you live in California, you need to be prepared for an earthquake to happen at any time.
A forecast of the probability to see at least one major earthquake, magnitude 6.7 or higher in the Bay Area before 2043 is 72%. Reason not only to have a plan for the earthquake, but for its aftermath.
So the way to be prepared for earthquakes is to build our society and our infrastructure to be resilient.
In San Francisco, a pedestrian was hit and killed by a minibus early this morning. This happened near Van Ness and O'Farrell just before 1 o'clock. You can see the shattered windshield of that bus. Authorities are still investigating how that collision happened. Charges were filed nearly 4 months after that rolling gun battle along San Francisco's Barcadero. The shootout stretched from Pier 39 to Howard Street back in June. 2 cars were involved in the shooting. Several bystanders were also injured, and 2 other cars were struck by bullets. Police tracked down one of the vehicles at the scene, but the second car got away.
Today, I am here to announce that we've been able to file charges against one of the individuals already, and that is Mr. Xavier Pittman. We've filed charges for conspiracy and for 2 counts of auto burglary.
Now, DA Brooke Jenkins says a second suspect is also in custody in Alameda County. Those specific charges are expected to be announced in the coming days. Let's take a live look at the White House this evening. President Biden will address the nation from the Oval Office. Now, the White House says the speech will address the U.S. response to the conflict in Israel and Gaza following Hamas terror attacks on Israel just 12 days ago. Natalie Brand reports from Washington.
Palestinians dug through the rubble of a building Thursday as Israel continued its bombing campaign in Gaza, targeting the terror group Hamas. This man says there's nowhere safe in Gaza. You have to be ready to die. Outrage over the war, and specifically Tuesday's deadly explosion at a Gaza City hospital, is growing.
Palestine, we are with you to the death.
Despite denials of responsibility from Israel and even President Biden, who visited Israel Wednesday.
It appears the result of an errant rocket fired by a terrorist group in Gaza.
Israel says aerial images of the aftermath do not show a crater, which would be expected after an airstrike. It also released what it says is an intercepted conversation between two Hamas operatives. It's from us, asks one. It looks like it, replies the other. Israel has raised the total number of confirmed hostages to 203, among them American Omer Nutra. The grandson of Holocaust survivors was serving with Israel's defense forces when Hamas launched its attack.
Tears come at night. And I've been showering so much because I cry in the shower. Just let it out. And then I come out and I have to refocus again.
And as the fighting overseas continues, a new bulletin obtained by CBS News from the FBI, Homeland Security, and others is warning of new potential threats against Americans and confirms an increase in threats to the Jewish, Muslim, and Arab communities.
Stay with us for up-to-the-minute updates on the Israel-Hamas war. Find us streaming on CBS News Bay Area and at KPIX.com. Well, Congress is still without a House Speaker. Yesterday, Republican Jim Jordan fell far short for a second time to reach all the necessary votes. Now, Jordan says he is endorsing the interim Speaker, Patrick McHenry, to fill that role until January. The move would allow the House to work on legislation such as keeping the government running and passing new funding for Israel. Now to the East Bay, where many teens are struggling to find a place to live. But Jocelyn Moran shows us a program in Oakland that's helping 18 to 24-year-olds climb out of homelessness.
Okay, well, welcome, sir. This is the tiny homes. I was homeless. I ain't had nothing. You feel me? I ain't even have a car. I got a car now. So, it's like, you see the progress.
Trayvon Gray lives in one of these tiny homes. He went through the program Youth Employment Partnership in Oakland, known as YEP. They help young people earn their high school diplomas and develop skills in certain fields like construction, landscaping, and culinary.
When I came here, it was like knocking out two birds with one stone, or many birds with one stone, because I had a lot of problems. And I was sleeping at parks, man.
He earned his high school diploma here and now works as a residential assistant of these tiny homes.
As you can see, this is one of the rooms for the tiny homes. Now the residents staying here, they either have to participate in going to school or working or both.
Well, these tiny homes were built during the pandemic by students in the program. Just across the street, these dorms have now been built. Up to 30 young adults could live here.
And this is an ADA room, so handicap accessible.
Renee Williams is the director of strategic partnerships at YEP. She tells us these dorms are meant for people to stay in while they are going through a certificate program or community college.
They have to come here and in one of our classrooms and do their homework. So we call that education hours. So it's kind of like an exchange, right, for housing. We want them to become self-sufficient, but we have to help them do that.
La Brea Simon and Anthony Calderon live in the tiny homes and helped build these dorms.
We did painting, we assembled the beds, and we did some electricity work.
Many came to celebrate the construction of these dorms, including city leaders. At the core of it, the hope is that this helps young adults like Anthony and La Brea and Trayvon, who know firsthand what having a place to live and having the support to develop your skills can do for young people. Trayvon says he's a residential assistant in part to help others he can relate to.
One day, I want to have my own Boys and Girls Club. You feel me? And it's not gonna be called a Boys and Girls Club. It's gonna be like a place like this, but it's gonna be in my name, you feel me? My brand, whatever I make.
He has big goals for himself. At the same time, he's inspiring others going through some of the same challenges he went through.
Now, the program gets some of its funding from the state, county, and city. The rest of it comes from private donors and foundations. If you would like to help, you can connect with them through our or through their website.